Om Shivoham, Om Shivoham, Rudranamam bhajeham. Om Shivoham, Om Shivoham, Rudranamam bhajeham.
Namaste, Sitaram, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to Rudraaya. I'm your host, Nisha Sharma, and Rudraaya is being brought to you with the kind compliments of Maharudradev Mandir. And of course, our Mandir is located at 850 Tapscott Road, Unit 34 in Scarborough, with Tapscott and McNichol being our closest intersection. So as we, as we go along with our restrictions with respect to COVID-19, and as we greet you here every Saturday morning to bring some form of comfort to you, we do hope that you are keeping strong, you're keeping healthy, and we shall overcome this situation. And I hope that you all believe that it will soon come to an end. So with that in mind, we'll join our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi Sharma, for our pravachan.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री सीतारामचंद्र की जय। Devotee asks about Namaskar. Understand that Namaskar is a gesture that signifies relinquishing pride by surrendering 11 aspects of the self-proclaimed ownership. It is performed by placing the 5 fingers of one hand representing the 5 sense organs, Karmendriya, the eyes, nose, tongue, ears and skin, and the 5 fingers of the other hand, representing the energy activated by these physical organs, Jnanendriya, sight, smell, taste, hearing, sense of touch. Held together against the forehead represents the 11th aspect of human, the Buddhi, and bowing down with gratitude. It is a fundamental gesture in Sanatana Dharma, symbolizing humility and has various ways to perform with different meanings. As explained in Srimad Bhagavad Gita in chapter 3, which is entitled called as Karma Yoga, in verse 34, Bhagavan Krishna, he comes and indicates that indriyasya syarte raga dvesho vyapastitau tayorna vasham agachinatau hyasya paripantitau, meaning that the indriyas and the objects are the cause of raga. Raga meaning longing or liking, and also they are the reason for dvesha, meaning detest or disliked. It is true these indriyas, being experiences and senses, both raga and dvesh, hence one can't come under their influence and be dictated by these indriyas from its raga and dvesh. One has to break free from their influence and retire oneself into buddhi or the yoga in this material world. What are the different forms of Namaskara? We have heard of Shashtanga Namaskara. Perhaps you have heard of Panchanga Namaskara. How does one perform Namaskara to one's Guru, Mother, Father, Sannyasi and God, Ishvara? Its significance lies in the very name wearing the word Namaha. In Namaste means to relinquish ownership over what we thought was ours. Nama meaning mine, and aha meaning I relinquish it to you. Hence when we perform Namaskar to Ishvara, it means to express gratitude to have received this existence which is really not ours, and hence we relinquish our ownership towards these material and desires and surrender oneself to you, Ishvara. When we perform Namaskar to others, it means to recognize Ishvara in them. Hence in Sanatana Dharma, Siddhantam, the fundamentals of a concept, not philosophy. Namaskaram is done to all entities in creating, including rocks, mountains, plants, trees, the sky, fire, rivers, animals, tools, and much more. Sashtanga Namaskara, pronounced as Sa Ashtanga, where Sa means along with or together. Ashta means number 8, and Anga meaning the bodily parts. A gesture performing using 8 parts of the body by lying flat on the ground, facing down with 8 parts of the body: legs, stomach, chest, mouth, nose, forehead, hands and ears. Touching the floor. While laying face down, one has to turn their head so as to touch each ear to the ground at the same time, switching their legs, placing them over the other, meaning that when the left ear touches the ground, one leg comes up over the other, and when the right ear touches the ground, the other leg comes over the other.
राम के चरणों में जो भी आ गया, कुल जहागे नेमते वो पा गया। राम के चरणों में जो भी आ गया। राम का सुमिरन किया हनुमान ने, राम का सुमिरन किया हनुमान ने। राम के दिल में जगह वो बह गया। राम के चरणों में जो भी आ गया। राम के दीवाने शबरे नाम था। राम के दीवाने शबरे नाम था। राम झूठे भैर जिसके भाग गया। राम के चरणों में जो भी आ गया। राम का सुमिरन किया प्रहलाद ने। राम का सुमिरन किया प्रहलाद ने। धर्म खंबे से लिपट हर्ष गया। राम के चरणों में जो भी आ गया।
Sam Samundar, Extra Staffing Solutions. Sam and his team have been providing quality temporary staffing to various companies throughout the GTA since 2001. We have competitive rates, we take care of all your recruitment needs and payroll cost, and we provide transportation. Our friendly and knowledgeable recruiters are here to assist you, whether you are looking for permanent or temporary employees, for industrial or office needs. So call us now at 647-693-7745 or visit our website at www.extrastaffing.ca. My dear viewers, we'd just like to thank you all for your warm regards. I know many of you call in and you always bring good news to us, give us very effective feedback for our program Rudraaya, and especially during this time. We do hope that we are bringing to you everything that your heart desires. So please, keep connecting with us and letting us know how you've enjoyed Rudraaya, or if there was anything that we should be airing you'd like to see on Rudraaya. We look forward to your feedback. So please keep connecting with us and providing that very constructive feedback so that we can make our program better, especially around this time. We'll now join our own Dr. Sachin Ramkissoon for our health segment.
Sitaram, and welcome to Health Corner. I am Dr. Sachin Ramkissoon, and today is our second part on our discussion on COVID-19. Last week we talked about what COVID-19 is, how it originated, and why it is so dangerous. Today we will discuss what we can do to reduce our chances of contracting COVID-19, as recommended by health authorities at the time of this recording. The information about COVID-19 is rapidly evolving as new information is gathered about this virus and how it spreads. As we mentioned last week, the elderly and those with chronic health conditions like heart disease, lung disease, and diabetes are particularly at risk of becoming very sick from COVID-19. The mortality rates for COVID-19 shows that the elderly are significantly more susceptible and need to take precautions to avoid contracting this virus. We will first discuss some overall actions that you can try to take to prevent contracting COVID-19. The first is to take everyday precautions to keep space between yourself and others. COVID-19 is spread through droplets that are formed when a sick person coughs or sneezes, or by physical contact with another sick person. This even means that if someone sick touches a surface and then you touch the same surface, the virus can be transmitted. You will want to avoid crowds as much as possible, including travel on cruises and non-essential airplane travel. As COVID-19 becomes more prevalent in the community, you will want to stay home as much as possible to reduce your risk of being exposed. Ensure that you have enough medications if you have to stay inside for an extended period of time. It is also useful to have supplies to treat fevers such as acetaminophen and ibuprofen. Ensure that you have enough household items and groceries on hand, or have them delivered if necessary. The most important everyday preventative action is to wash your hands often with soap for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing, sneezing, or having been in a public place. Soap and water is still the best option for virus protection, but if this is not available, then you can use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Another useful everyday action is to avoid touching surfaces in public places, such as elevator buttons, door handles, handrails, and shaking hands with people. You should also avoid touching your face as much as possible, especially the nose and the eyes. A daily routine of disinfecting commonly touched surfaces at home will help reduce the chance of transmission, such as tables, doorknobs, light switches, handles, cell phones, and faucets. The reality is that COVID-19 is a virus, and so prevention is the best method of reducing becoming ill. It is important to realize that there is no specific cure for COVID-19. There are no antivirals or antibiotics that will work against this disease. If infected, we have to treat the fever, ensure that we are well hydrated, get lots of rest, and quarantine ourselves so that we do not spread it to anyone else. Our body's own immune system will have to fight off this COVID-19 virus, which is why the elderly and those with medical conditions are at a higher risk of severe illness because their immune systems are weaker. Since information on COVID-19 is rapidly evolving, it is best to keep informed through the news and official health websites such as the World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control. If you have any questions about your travel history or symptoms that you develop, you can always call telehealth at the number below. Thank you for joining me on Health Corner, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week on Rudraaya.
Sam Samunder, Extra Staffing Solutions. Sam and his team have been providing quality temporary staffing to various companies throughout the GTA since 2001. We have competitive rates, we take care of all your recruitment needs and payroll cost, and we provide transportation. Our friendly and knowledgeable recruiters are here to assist you, whether you are looking for permanent or temporary employees, for industrial or office needs. So call us now at 647-693-7745 or visit our website at www.extrastaffing.ca.
इन्हीं लोगों ने ले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा, इन्हीं लोगों ने ले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा. हमरी ना मानो बजावा से पूछो, हमरी ना मानो सैया, हमरी ना मानो बजावा से पूछो. जिसने 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 ये शर्फी घसीटीना दुपट्टा मेरा, जिसने ये शर्फी घसीटीना दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा. इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने ले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा. हमरी ना मानो रंजावा से पूछो, हमरी ना मानो सैया, हमरी ना मानो रंजावा से पूछो. जिसने 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 गुलाबी रंग दीना दुपट्टा मेरा, जिसने गुलाबी रंग दीना दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा. इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा. इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा, इन्हीं लोगों ने मिले लीना दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा, ओ दुपट्टा मेरा, दुपट्टा मेरा.
My dear viewers, I hope you've enjoyed Dr. Ramki Soon's presentation this morning, and we move straight into our corporate segment. And I just want to say, you know, it is with sadness that I recognize all of you who have lost your loved one through COVID. I know that our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi, has been busy for these past weeks performing the last rites for many of your loved ones. And Kamalji has also been very supportive during this time. Unfortunately, there's a small number of people that could congregate to, especially to the funerals. And our heart certainly goes out to you and your family during this time. And of course, we are praying for you, and we hope that this tune shall soon pass. We'll now introduce to you our corporate segment host, Kamalji from Lotus Funeral Home.
Sitaram and Namaste. My name is Kamal Bardwaj, and I'm the owner of Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center in Toronto and Kitchener Funeral Homes and Crematorium in Kitchener. I'm also a licensed funeral director. I want to talk a little bit about COVID-19 and how we actually do the funeral service as of now. When a family comes in to make funeral arrangements, we only have two people that are sitting with the funeral director making the arrangements. For the service itself, we instruct the family that you can only have up to 10 people in a room where the service is taking place. That may include a pundit or a priest, plus 9 family members. It is important to note that you don't have to actually have 10 people. It's up to 10. So if you only have 2 people, and your concern is that when you go to the crematorium, how are we going to carry the casket and do the 5 steps on the ground? Well, that's where our staff helps out. We'll come in, our staff will be some of the pallbearers who will be lifting the casket and place them on the ground with the family as we make our way to the crematorium. Please keep in mind that because it's a limited number, there's always concerns about, well, how's the rest of the family or friends going to be able to watch this funeral? Rest be assured that we do live streaming. In fact, when we set up a memorial page on our website for someone who's passed away, we will indicate on that page a ID number and a password to log in at the time of the funeral. As long as you have a computer, some type of personal electronic device that you can log to on Zoom, enter the ID number and the password, you'll be accessing a live feed of the actual funeral service. You'll be listening to the rituals being done by the pundit, perhaps speeches by the family, and all the interactions that are going on during that funeral service. So that is now a way for families and for friends to be part of a funeral service without actually being in the building. That is something that we're offering to all families at no additional cost. This also can be recorded, so families have a memory of this through the Zoom platform as well. At Lotus Funeral and Cremation Center, we operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our crematorium is located in our building, so we never have to leave our building in cold or bad weather for cremation. Our crematorium space can have a large group of people to attend the witnessing as well. For Hindu families, we can provide all the puja items, including fresh leaves and a havan kund. We have large halls that can accommodate 500 seating to smaller ones. We are centrally located for families in the west and for families in the east. For more information, please contact me from the telephone number on the screen. Thank you for watching and see you next week on Rudraaya-Sat-April.
But death is inevitable. I realized this when my dad passed away. So much pain, and amidst all this, the worry of arranging a funeral. Thankfully, in all this, Kamal stood by me. From the viewing to the cremation, he arranged it all at one location. Once someone is gone, they don't come back. But Lotus Funeral Home knows how to give them a respectable farewell.
Lotus Funeral Home. Life must be celebrated.
सावन की कर पिया रखना
My dear viewers, we've come to the end of another segment of Rudraaya. I hope you've enjoyed today's segment, and I hope it has been a very informative session for you. And, just sort of like to leave you with the fact that I know that all of us are facing these challenges in very different ways. But as the saying goes, life is 10% of what happens to you, but 90% of how you react to it. So during this time, I know it's very challenging times for all of us, but please keep the faith, keep the hope, and keep praying, because your prayers are going to see us through this challenge, this dilemma, this calamity that has befallen our world. Okay, so hope to see you next week right here on Rudraaya. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Have a blessed week. Namaste.
Guru Charana Nama Guru Charana